Wake up, everybody. Grab a beer, grab your favorite refreshment, and break with us. Tonight, we are going to the wee hours of the morning, especially if you're on the East Coast. You're already in the wee hours of the morning, or soon to be. It is 10:51 Pacific Standard Time. I am Will. I'll be breaking 20 blaster boxes, our final 20 blaster boxes of one case. Give me 1 second. I got a little bit of a reverb. Sorry about that. Um, Sorry for starting late. Our first break ran a little long, getting it all situated, kind of getting a pattern or repetition going on. Uh, if you missed our first break, go take a look, see what we pulled. I don't like recapping too much because I know some people weren't able to get in the first break. They were only perhaps able to get into the second break, and FOMO kind of stuff. All right, we have 20 blaster boxes in front of us out of a fresh case. Uh, we will get going. You have 4 packs in each box. I mentioned to the first break. Some good news is that I mentioned in the listing it's only 6 cards per pack. It's actually 7 cards per pack. That was a late addition. The seventh card is the X Refractor. So it should be 4 X Refractors per box. We're looking at 80 in total for this break. The only guaranteed hits are supposed to be the X Refractors. Uh, in the past, I've had some pretty good luck pulling some color refractors. Personally, I'm seeing I've opened 8 boxes for myself, and I nearly got a color refractor per box. So we should be seeing some waves, some refractors, some parallels of inserts. In each pack, Topps does kind of suggest that they're going to put 1 insert per pack. I say suggest because, it's Topps. But we are going to get going. Sorry for the late start. Hopefully you see your name at the bottom of the screen and it is correct. Hey there, Mike. Nice to see you on the stream. Ready for some Angels love, I'm sure. We pull some good Angels, some good Otani autos, I'm sure. So got Mike C on the stream. He's looking for some Angels, Dodgers, and some Blue Jays cards. I am happy to see a lot of people that were able to get on both breaks. I do like to see that because I know it's always heartbreaking sometimes. You watch a break and you just miss out on bidding on something, and someone pulls a card that you would have loved to have had. So let's get going. I do like to mute the microphone from time to time while I open up some of the boxes. What I'll do is let's do this. Let's open half the boxes, get all the packs stacked up, and then we'll go from there. I wouldn't want to get too large of a stack of cards with these being chrome cards. Sometimes they fall over, and I don't want to damage anyone's card. So let's do half of that. I'm gonna go ahead and mute the microphone and get going. Good luck to everyone. Well, I'll tell you, Mike, the good news is we didn't pull any huge angels out of the first break. So if you weren't able to get on the first break, maybe it's stuck in these boxes and you're going to be pleasantly surprised. All right, so I kind of got a pattern down from the last break how this kind of will work out. What I'm going to do is, let's see if I can fix the focus maybe on this camera. That'll happen because let's try. I'm just going to hold up this first Altuve card to get focus. Try to see. We kept having focus issues on the cameras the first time around, the first break. So let's see if I can maybe fix the focus a little bit. That seems to be in pretty good shape. Let's see if that works. Keeping it at that fixed focus. And see, rather than going to an autofocus and have it keep trying to adjust because the chrome is so shiny. These being chrome cards, I'm going to do my best to lift the card as I handle it. And you notice I have gloves on here to keep fingerprints to a minimum. I'm going to use these different spots right here to stack the different inserts, X refractors as such. I'm typically going to keep calling out names on base cards to a minimum, just to the last name as I go through them. So it's up to you to kind of see which Jones, which team for that Jones, or which player is playing for that team. On the hits and X refractors, I will call those out, single those out. Everything's going to be sleeved as far as rookies, regardless if it's an insert or parallel. Of course, all inserts are sleeved. All big hits are going to be top loaded. Everything's going to be packaged up and shipped out to you. I'm going to sort all night, get these out at the post office by tomorrow, probably before 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That way they can at least be en route to you on Sunday, Easter Sunday. At the very latest, you'll see movement on Monday, and that's only if, for some reason, the post office doesn't pick up on Saturday evening when I get them to the post office. But they will be en route to you very quickly, very shortly. It's a fairly small break as far as sorting, which is nice, but more sleeves because they're more delicate. These are chrome cards. All right, let's get going. We're looking for 80 X refractors. And let's start it out with an X refractor. Let's see if that focus is going to work for us. I think it is. It's pretty decent. Maybe leave it at that fixed focus for a while there. All right. All right. So, oh, I didn't throw up the terms. I like to put in terms at top so in case anyone has questions. All right. All right. First X refractor is going to the Mariners. Not the Mariner you were probably looking for if you're a Mariner fan, but this is Matt Brash. X refractor. First insert, team of the future, Shane Bass to the Rays. For base cards, Brian Hayes, Judge, Strasburg, Hendricks, Stinky Grinky, X refractor, Verdugo. Insert trophy hunter. Oh, looky here. To Tampa Bay, our first parallel insert. This is a nice one. Wander Franco, Beam Team. Wave parallel for the insert. You can tell. The waves are unnumbered, but they are a pretty hard hit. Let's take a look and see if I can track down the odds of a wave of this one. Beam Team Wave Refractor, 1 in 112 packs. So that's a pretty darn good hit there. Wander Franco for the Tampa Bay Rays. That's going out to Neil W. Congratulations, Neil. Sleeved, I'll get it top loaded later, but sleeved for now. Congratulations. Congratulations, Neil. All right, Nick Plummer, base card. Nelson Cruz. Bobby Witt Jr., base card. I'm going to go ahead and hold that back and sleeve that for you. J.P. Crawford, Nick Allen, X refractor Roy Campanella for the Brooklyn Dodgers. That's going out to the Los Angeles Dodgers. So we'll get that one sleeved in a second. Beam Team, insert, Seiya Suzuki. Ty Cobb, Clace, Bannon, Suarez, Eddie Murray. Jack Flatterly, X Refractor, and a Freddie Freeman Trophy Hunter insert going out to Mike C. Diego Castillo, Jose Altuve. These base cards I'm going to start stacking up. Hopefully you can see them on the overhead screen so we can keep continuity. Yadi Molina, Merrill Kelly, Gavin Sheets X Refractor rookie. There's our Reed Detmers base refractor rookie. O'Neill Cruz, I'll set one side a separate sleeve that one for you. It's base card. Kimbrel, Wade Boggs, Burns, Urias, Cronenworth X Refractor, Devers Beam Team base card. Insert. Syndergaard, Yuri Gurriel, Tellez, Ramirez, Austin Hayes, Montcastle, Chipper Jones, Thurman Munson to the Yankees. A little retro player there. X Refractor. Pete Alonso to the Mets. Team of the Future insert. Rhys Hoskins, Javi Baez, Amed Rosario, Murphy, Seager, Jackson Kowar rookie, X Refractor to KC. Mariano Rivera, that is a base refractor to the Yankees. Pete Alonso, Castro, Marcelo Zuna, Sale. A Luke Williams rookie, X Refractor to the Marlins. And Trevor Story, this is our first color. Trevor Story, Boston Red Sox. This is a green parallel refractor. Told you I had some pretty good luck pulling these myself when I opened some boxes. 92 of 99, Trevor Story. Condition-wise, there's a bit of a warping issue, but it's not too bad. The refractors usually fared better when it comes to some of the warping I've seen on some of these chrome cards because they are a thicker stock. Peapot, Colton Welker, Brandon Crawford, Lars Newbar, La Vistada, Jock Peterson, the boy with the pearls, X Refractor going out to San Francisco. Acuna base beam team insert. Suzuki, that is a base card, making sure. Swanson and Bonos. Bonos apparently looks like Reagan. That's kind of a cool card. Base card there. Bonos everything. Bonos politics. Bichette base card. Joe Carter base card. Lamont Wade Jr. X Refractor and Dontrell Willis. A little retro action there. That's a base refractor to the Marlins. King Griffey blowing a bubble. Most famous card was his Pinnacle. I want to say it was 94 Pinnacle that had him blowing the big bubble. That was an iconic card. Ernie Banks base card. Barrios. Vlad Sr. Vaughn. Dwight Gooden. Bieber. This is X Refractor. Kyle Tucker, Team of the Future. Muncy, that is a base card. Robinson. Wisdom. Sanchez. Mariano Rivera, X Refractor, and a Wander Destiny. These Destinies aren't as common of all the inserts. These are the least common inserts. Wander Franco rookie Destiny card. Kenley Jansen base. Means McCutcheon, Zardo, Castellanos, Lewis Gill rookie. Kevin Smith rookie for the A's. X Refractor. Trey Turner, Trophy Hunter. Joe Perez, rookie base card. Teoscar Hernandez, base card. Alright, first set of cards in the books. I'm going to go ahead and sleeve these just because chrome is a bit more delicate. Minimize the handling where I could scratch it. That's the way I look at it. So, the nice thing about Stadium Club, of course, is the photos, the photography. It kind of sets it apart from the Topps releases. Being chrome cards, they tend to have a bit of a premium over the regular base Stadium Club set. I will tell you it's kind of difficult to collect the whole set because you get such few cards per pack. And Stadium Club Chrome, if you haven't checked the checklist that I posted on the listing, is a 400 card set. So it's 300 cards is the base Stadium Club set. Chrome is an extra 100 cards. It's supposed to the extra 100 cards is supposed to be the update portion you would normally find in a Chrome update flagship set. The extra 100 cards are kind of the update. So for instance, I think the Astros have their late season acquisition. Trey Mancini is in the last 100. So you're going to find cards like that, late trades. So it's an extra 100 cards on top of the 300 card set. Makes it even more difficult. You get fewer cards per pack. So it is a difficult set to put together. And the one final thing that makes it difficult to put together, if you're a set collector, is that the numbering is the same. And here's the insert with that. The problem with that is the Stadium Club, base Stadium Club, has an insert set called Chrome. In the past, they have designated that insert set with SCC1 or SCC2. And that simplifies it, makes it easy. You know that if you have a Mike Trout Stadium Club Chrome, that SCC tells you it's from the base Stadium Club set, and it's an insert. Whereas Mike Trout is also part of the Stadium Club Chrome card set, and that may be the number 1, for instance. They share the same number. So if you're searching to put together that set, it can be very difficult because people are listing singles. They don't always know what they have, and they may list it incorrectly, so it can be difficult. In the past, Topps has indicated that insert set with SCC. They, in their infinite bad wisdom, did not do that this year, nor did they do it last year. And again, that comes up where for instance, a Mike Trout base card in this set here. It's a decent card, but it's not an insert, it's a base card. You may not know that that's a base card, but someone may list that base card and you may think it is an insert based on the listing. And obviously the value is going to be wildly different in that case. So yeah, set collectors have a lot of frustration. I build sets when I can, so that's my frustration. The neat thing also about this set is since it is kind of a limited release, there's hobby boxes and retail blaster boxes, is if you're into math, you can figure out how much of each card is produced. Some of them, I'll say that, assuming that all cards are produced in equal amounts. And in that case, I've done some calculations, and the X refractors are about 1,000. Oh, I missed that. That O'Neill Cruz was a numbered refractor. Check that out. It was not just a regular refractor. That O'Neill Cruz was numbered to 50. See, I missed that. I saw it was a refractor, but I didn't see it was an orange. Again, it designates it as orange. Or actually, this is the gold. This is considered gold. My apologies. Gold is darker yellow. The orange is a brighter yellow. Yeah. And the orange is numbered to 25. And it's a hobby exclusive, by the way. So this orange is this gold is numbered to 50. So O'Neill Cruz, that's a pretty big hit, man. That's nice. Congratulations to the Pirates. I think that's Stephanie, isn't it? Yeah, it is Stephanie. Congratulations, Stephanie. Go ahead and top load that one for sure. That O'Neill Cruz is a nice hit. So we have 2 colored refractors so far. That's a good start. So about 1,000 of the X refractors, according to my calculations, assuming everything is correct. Assuming they're all made in equal distributions. I may not be right. I'm not a mathematician, but if you're looking to put together a team set or to value something accordingly, estimate about 1,000 of the X refractors of each player were produced. They are pretty stunning cards, though. Confirm what? The production counts? Topps won't confirm anything. I wish that was the case. Again, I did the back of some of my listings. You can see I have 2020 X refractors still listed. I really bought into the 2020 set a lot. I like the blaster boxes, which is why I'm doing this break. the 2020 set, I was able to do the math, and I calculated roughly uh, between the retail blaster boxes. Again, were an exclusive to just the retail product. 2020, there was about 575 produced of each player. Again, assuming everything equal. They didn't produce, for instance, 1,000 Trouts and then 15 of some no-name player. They're producing in equal quantities, but they won't confirm this. So I didn't put it in a listing, and you could do the math yourself and kind of figure it out. And the reason why you can figure it out is because, actually touching on that refractor, you can figure it out because there is an exclusive refractor. The orange refractors are exclusive to Hobby. And you can look at the insert odds of that. You factor 400 cards in the set. If every card has 25 of those orange refractors, and according to Topps, they do, and they're inserted at a certain percentage, you can figure out how many hobby packs are out there to fulfill that insert. Then once you figure out how many hobby packs, then you look at the other odds for the other inserts. And the easiest is to look at the super refractors, which are 1 of 1, and see if I could tell you right now. I did the math. And there's roughly 771,000 hobby packs produced. If you assume that 25 cards exist, which is what they state, of the orange hobby exclusive parallel refractor, there's 771,000 packs of hobby produced. That gives you an idea of how many hobby are produced. But how many is the total production? Well, total production is going to be, in this case, how many blaster boxes those packs are produced. So you have 771 packs, and let's say a 1 of 1 is inserted at a certain rate, then you can get an idea of how many of those 1 of 1s are inserted in the allotment of hobby packs. And once you get that, and there's a way to do it. I don't want to get too much in the weeds. It's kind of late at night, and I'm getting tired, and probably you're tired too. But there's a way to do it in the back end. But I think my numbers are roughly 1,064 or something of the X refractors roughly were produced. But they're not numbered, so that's just, I could be completely off, but that's my numbers. If you do the math and you get something different, please leave it in the comments. Send me a message. I kind of like the idea of figuring out something that maybe somebody else doesn't quite figure out yet. And if I were valuing it, I would consider, what would a serial number to 1,000 card carry in the market? And that's how I would value that set. It's not always the case in the market, though, because some people like the look of a certain card. For instance, the 2020 card set had a Juan Soto card. It had his famous, iconic Juan Soto kind of squatting pose. And that base card went through the roof. If you Google right now and take a look and see what that base card's running, you won't believe it. For a base Juan Soto card, I think it's a $40 or $50 card, just because that image apparently has taken hold of collectors and they kind of like that image. It is a cool card, I'll tell you that. But I mean, if you're asking me, I think that Bo Jackson card was pretty darn cool with Reagan in the photo. And we'll get to it probably eventually in this set here. But there's a Ted Williams card that I call it the Top Gun Maverick Ted Williams because he's got his flight uniform on. Hey, looky there, starting off with some color already. We got some color already. That is Rivera, a rookie for the Diamondbacks. That's probably a really good buy. Probably get a good return on his value here because Diamondbacks probably weren't a very big, expensive set to purchase into for this break. So that is a blue refractor for the Diamondbacks. That is numbered to 199. That one is number 11, 199. The thicker stock is kind of nice, more rigid. Congratulations to the D-backs, and that goes out to Mark H. Right behind that, look at this. A Bobby Witt Jr. parallel. This is the Wave Refractor parallel. Again, was it 116 packs? I think we got it from the odds a second ago. 1 in 116 packs of the parallel for the Beam team. Going out to the KC Royals and Neil W. He got both. Neil, man. Neil. Hope you remember me Christmas time. You got 2 iconic rookie pulls. Neil W., you landed the Bobby Witt Jr. Wave Beam team, and he also got earlier the Beam team Wave for Wander Franco. He got both those big pulls. Congratulations, Neil. I know those teams weren't cheap, so at least you get some money back, or some value back for your purchase. Congratulations, Neil. You can go ahead and get my address from the package and put me in a Christmas card list if I don't mind. All right, Reyes, base card. Rifkin Jr., Nasty Nestor base. Bundy, first X refractor of the stack is Screwball, Tarek Screwball for the Detroit Tigers. There's a Josh Bell base refractor. So there's the issue I was talking about. See a little bit of a warping on some of the chrome. I think it was the 2010 chrome was famous for that as well. They had the Boeing effect. I think it's something to do with the production, what they make them with, or how much time they delay it. Sorry, John Kruk has been going on here. Campanella, Cronenworth, Vidal Brujan, Carlton Fisk, an iconic image there. Carlton Fisk, X refractor. Joey Votto, trophy hunter. Mr. Underrated Joey Votto. Thurman Munson, sorry about that. Keep going. Zach Wheeler, Cecil Fielder, Kyle Tucker, Alfonso Rivas, Byron Buxton, Casey Mize, X refractor. Hopefully he bounces back. I think he had Tommy John surgery, so he was out most of last year. Hopefully he bounces back for the Tigers. Nolan Arenado, base Beam team insert. Sonny Gray, Ronald Acuna Jr., Robinson, Andre Jackson, Brandon Marsh. Another great photo. This is an X refractor for Jim Palmer, Baltimore Orioles. There you go. Baltimore love. Another Joey Votto, Beam team. Anthony Rizzo, base card. Hunter Renfroe. Mark Kolosnovari. Kevin Smith. There's a Yachty X refractor. Kind of nice there, Yachty. Probably heading to the Hall in his own right. Anthony Rizzo. Base insert, and see, look, there's that warping. You can kind of get an idea of seeing the warping issue. And hobby seems to be affected by the warping as well, so I think it's just retail. Sorry about that. That was Hans Cruz. The father, Carl Jastrzewski. Josh Gray. Hosea Gray. My apologies. Topps doesn't make any of their cards. They have vendors and suppliers, and last year was not the best of years because they seem to be upping production quite a bit, and quality has been a bit of a struggle. Dave Stewart, base insert, or base card, I'm sorry. Robbie Ray, Salmon. Tom Glavine, X refractor, not numbered, of course. This is a great photo of him doing his hockey thing. Born in Massachusetts, he probably grew up playing hockey. The Astros, a base refractor for Jake Myers. C.J. Abrams, Joe Adell, Hyun Kim, Connor Joe, Max Kepler, X refractor. Jacob deGrom, base Trophy Club insert. Zach Logue, that's base card. Carlos Correa, Hoy Park, Tyler Stevenson, Brian De La Cruz, Bob Gibson, Chipper Jones, X refractor, followed by an Austin Riley Team of the Future insert. Marte, Helio Ramos, rookie. Kyle Raleigh, rookie. Alex Bregman. Ooh, there's a nice one. King Griffey Jr., Seattle Mariners, X refractor. Again, that photo of him blowing a bubble. Not quite as iconic as that Pinnacle card, but it's pretty neat. X refractor is nice. Followed by a base refractor, Simon Muzziotti for the Phillies. Joe Ryan. I didn't know he was a Tampa Bay Ray. But apparently he was drafted to the Tampa Bay system, so he came over in a trade. But Joe Ryan, rookie card. Barry Larkin, Stanton, Scherzer, Kyle Lewis. And I must have missed the thing when Kyle Lewis went to Arizona. I didn't realize he was traded back in November to Arizona. Because I saw he was putting up some good numbers in Arizona so far. Tony Gwynn, base card. Max Fried, X Refractor, and Austin Riley again, team of the future. Trevor Story, Piazza. That's a great photo of Kyle Muller there for the rookie photo. Kyle Muller for the Atlanta Braves. Williston Contreras, the Cubs. Kyle Hendricks for the Cubs, X Refractor. Take a quick break and sleeve these. Don't want to get too tall and fall over. I notice a lot of people do like it when I put the checklist in the listing so they can kind of see what each team has as far as players. It's out there. I mean, it's not hard to find, but some people don't have the time to search. Head to Beckett.com and try to track down their team listing, so I try to make it easy. Plus, it helps me if there's any kind of a debate as far as what person gets what card. All breaks are based on the card featured in the photo of the team. And that's interesting because in this set and many of the late 2022 releases, some players have two teams. So for instance, I think the Juan Soto, his autographs are different than his base cards on some of the sets. I don't know if it's this card, this set in particular, but I think Gold Label. I think the Gold Label autos, I believe, if I'm correct, his autos for Gold Label were in a Nats uniform. So if you bought into the Nats, you get the auto. But his base card was a Padre card. And because of that trade, a lot of players are in two different sets. I think C.J. Abrams is an example in this set. I feel like C.J. Abrams has autos in one team and base cards in another. So that kind of helps out. Plus, we do have one. I was talking to a buddy, telling him there was one really big auto in this set. Soto, Vlad Guerrero Jr. co-signer auto. That's, I think, the only, I believe, auto or card that has two teams. So, in the event, those teams have a 50-50 shot of getting that card. I randomize it. But I can't imagine how frustrating that would be, or how heartbreaking it would be to see a monster hit like that, and then you be the unlucky person that doesn't get it. So close. But, I mean, there's not really a fair way to do it. So thanks for staying up late with me, or early, depending on what time zone you're in. Hopefully, if you're a fan, I like playing that home run derby, the home run derby challenge, the scratch offs for Series 1 Topps flagship. You probably know what I'm talking about if you collect scratch off cards. Yeah, it was a sick O'Neill Cruz. Yeah. Thanks for coming back to join the second break, Stu. I think we got the camera thing fixed. I know we were having issues with the first time around, so I appreciate you being patient and understanding. I just kind of fixed the focus. We were having issues the last break, the focus on the camera. So I think it's doing a standard fixed focus about right there works out. So, all right, base cards. Andre Jackson, Wagner. There's an Eddie Murray X Refractor. And there's Screwball. There's his base Screwball. Screwball? Say that together, Screwball. What if he throws a Screwball? You Detroit fans got to tell me. Refractor there, base Refractor. Rizzo. Josiah Gray. And I believe he has, he may have autos with the Padres, his base card with the Washington Nats. I don't know. He's one of those players maybe who was involved in that trade. I may be wrong. Hunter Renfroe, Freeman, Mize, Realmuto, Kiner Falefa, base Refractor, X Refractor. Is this another O'Neill Cruz? It's a base Refractor O'Neill Cruz. Man, Stephanie. Girl, congratulations. She had a couple teams in my first break as well. But there you go, Stephanie. Stop and sleeve that one while I'm at it. Daryl Strawberry. I mentioned I met him over the summer last year. He's a pretty cool guy. Pretty nice guy. Very friendly, at least to fans. Akil Badu. Musina. Curtis Terry rookie. Matt Manning rookie X Refractor. Sean Murphy, and he's now a Brave. He's the starting catcher for the Braves, so he'll have his opportunity to really flex his muscle. That since it's pitcher in Oakland, he's going to Oakland for the team break. That was Walsh, Hosmer, Kerry Wood, Valade, Bryce Harper base card, Joe Musgrove base card, Josh Widener X Refractor. Ooh, an Ohtani refractor. There we go. That's not too bad at all. Congratulations there, Mike. Base Ohtani refractor. You're going to kill me, but it's still got that little warping issue thing going on, but it looks pretty good. Hey, if you don't want it, I'll take it, Mike. Base Ohtani refractor. Lou Gehrig. Aaron Hicks. Steve Carlton. There's Soto. And that's his base card. Base card is going to be Padre. Nolan Ryan base card. X Refractor. Larry Walker. His Hall of Fame. Miguel Cabrera, future Hall of Famer. Beam Team insert. Castillo base card. The iconic Ozzie Smith. I like that because it's the Astro logo in the background. I'm an Astro fan. Ryan Howard base card. That's the first one we've seen. It looks like a little bit of a smear on the surface there. Point that out. Tyler Gilbert. It's a base card, so hopefully it stays the base card if we see this again. You kind of see that. See a little smear there on the surface. I like pointing out mistakes or errors in the cards so people know that I didn't do it. J.P. Crawford X Refractor. Mariano Rivera. Trophy Club. Chris Taylor. Palacios base card. Ashby. Lopez. Garrett Cole. Willie Adames base card. Joe Morgan, Cincinnati, and a great photo there. Probably talking some trash in the dugout. X Refractor there for Cincinnati. Juan Soto Beam Team base card. Bryant Molitor. Alejandro Lopez base card. Connor Joe. Salmon. Kyle Wright X Refractor. Ken Griffey Jr. His Trophy Club. It's if they set what is it? They went crazy with some of the designs. It looks like Ed Hardy. Ed Hardy gone nuts. Chris Bryant base card. Hoy Park. Nick Fortes. There's an Ichiro base. I'm going to sleeve that one for you. Aaron Nola X Refractor. Hideki Matsui base refractor for the Yankees. Matt Chapman, future Hall of Famer Beltre. Grossman, I'm sorry. Robbie Ray, who's hopefully he recovers. The Mariners need him to have a good season. He's a big investment. Heesung Kim, Bob Gibson, TJ Friedel X Refractor rookie. The wonder that is Jim Abbott. Refractor there. Base refractor for Jim Abbott. Very talented guy. Did a lot with very little. Pretty cool if you know his story. If you don't, check it out. Zach Logue, base card. Carlos Correa. Palante. Joey Votto. Clayton Kershaw X Refractor. Mike, you're doing well. Justin Verlander, Trophy Club base insert. Heaney, base card. Ryan Sandberg, Giancarlo Stanton, Kyle Raleigh, rookie. I'm seeing it again. There's a Willie McCovey here. This one's got another strike. Maybe it's just on the surface and I can kind of rub it out and leave it up, but kind of see that scratch down there. See it? Yeah, there. In the angle, you can kind of see it. So, San Francisco Giant, Willie McCovey base card. Simon Muzziotti, X Refractor. Robert, Team of the Future. Ryan, base rookie. Lowry. And Barry Larkin. Let's do this last stack here. JD Martinez. Is that another one too? Yeah, there's another one here. Another long. Hopefully this is not a trend that keeps up. Scratch right there if you can kind of see it on his uniform. kind of a feeder mark on the surface. Cedric Mullins, base card. Cody Bellinger, Nick Allen, X Refractor. Vlad Jr., Trophy Club. Ernie Clement, base card. Miguel Sano, Tyler O'Neill, MJ Melendez, Shane Baz, Joe Perez, X Refractor for the Astros. Verdugo, base refractor for Boston Red Sox. Adolis Garcia, McMahon, Garrett Cole, Willie Adames, George Brett. That's pretty good. I'm sure you'd prefer getting Bobby Witt Jr., but George Brett's pretty good. X Refractor. I was watching that game live when he did the whole cork bat thing. That was a heck of a story. Julio Rodriguez, Beam Team. Torrey Hunter, Paul Molitor again, and there's a Wander Franco base. Rookie. All right, let me sleeve these up. So far, I don't think we've got a base Julio yet, or a base Bobby Witt. But we have pulled some fire Julio, some parallels with the Julio earlier. We'll recap at the very end, of course. So I will say this, we're not guaranteed any autos, but I did pull 2 autos out of the first 20 boxes. So I don't know if they do try to throw in some autos to the blaster boxes. It should be, I mean, it's part of the odds, but you never know nowadays. If you've opened up any Series 1 tops this year, you realize that retail Series 1, I don't think there's much in there. I hate to be negative, but the odds are pretty high on retail product for Series 1. And it shows. Hopefully in your neck of the woods you're getting more product on shelves. If you don't have a local coffee shop to buy from, you can find some on the shelves and people aren't clearing out like they were a couple years ago. Oh, it is. Okay, yeah, Stephanie. I have it on the list here, but yeah, you're right. Stephanie does have Houston. Thank you for spotting that. I do have it correct on my official list. I have to retype it to get it on the screen, and that's part of the reason why it took a second to reset for Houston. Stephanie, yeah, you do have Houston, Stephanie. You're Stephanie. Sorry about that. But thanks for pointing that out, and no worries. It is correct on my list, the list that that matters, not on the screen. So you give me a second, I can correct it on the screen just for verification purposes. But yeah, Stephanie does have Houston for this break. I had to retype it to get it on the screen, and then halfway through, I closed the window by accident, which means I had to type it again. So that's part of the reason why there was a bit of a reset time between breaks. Thanks for understanding. So if anyone is using a forwarding service, I usually try to send an email, but I didn't have a chance to do this time. Point it out. If you're using a forwarding service and you just want the hits, if you, I don't know, X refractors or whatever, you just want those shipped out, let me know as soon as possible because I'll be sorting all night. People use forwarding services if they live out of the country or if they want to avoid taxes on some of the purchases. It's pretty clever. You forward it to a different state that doesn't collect taxes, so your purchase is taxed based on where I ship it, what address you give me. So, if, for instance, I'm in Washington State. You pay tax on orders shipped to Washington State. That's the law here. But there's companies out there that allow you to forward your orders to Oregon, which has no sales tax. Especially on a big purchase, that could save you quite a bit. And then I run into people that collect cards that live outside the U.S. or in Canada or in Europe. They charge those forwarding services per card. So you're not going to want a bunch of base cards shipped. If you're paying per card like $2 a card. It's not worth it at all. Um, I ran into that. I think it was last year. The Series 2 tops had the Julio Rodriguez SP, and I pulled one. And the guy was in Canada, and he was using a forwarding service. And he's like, "Hey, just send the Julio. That's all you need to send. The other cards are good, but they're not that good." And yeah, I mean that's heck of a pull. You got good luck there. I'm gonna put mute on, and then we'll open the next boxes. So I'm gonna mute it real quick. Be back in a second. I went ahead and fixed that for you, Stu. Yeah, 2023. I think they're back to their 1980s level of production, and it shows. I'm in the Pacific Northwest outside of Seattle, and yeah, it's sitting on the shelf here as well. Um, I'll give you a little tip if you're looking to buy retail. It's hard to get a deal retail because all the prices are pretty much flat everywhere. Um, the two places I found that you can get the best prices, just because there's ways around it, is if you buy through Target. If you have a red card, you can get a discount that way for retail product. And that's assuming your Target has something on the shelf. Oh, that looks really good there. Take a look at that. Look at those thick cards. It tells me it's a refractor or something there. So I like the two back to back. There we go. I don't know what's going on there, but hopefully it's something good. Um, but yeah, using your red card at Target, if you can find things online, they still limit you to 3 boxes per order. And they did have some Stadium Club Chrome blaster boxes, but they ran out pretty quick. But you can only order 3 at a time. So use your red card to get 5% off, or if you have a Barnes and Noble near you and you're a member of the Barnes and Noble kind of club, you get a discount on the purchase of the baseball cards. And believe it or not, baseball cards, they do sell them at Barnes and Noble. Usually it's been behind the counter, but it's one of those places that a lot of people just don't think to look because baseball cards at Barnes and Noble, it's not always at the top of your mind when it comes to that kind of stuff. So let's get going. Bryce Elder, Tarek Screwball, MJ Menendez, Gary Sanchez, Andrew Vaughn. First X Refractor. The stack is Stuart Fairchild. Fairchild? Yeah, Stuart Fairchild for the Reds. Hunter Green for the Reds. Back-to-back Reds there. Kenley Jansen. Ryan McMahon. Tyler O'Neill. Shane Baz, base card rookie. Alberto Mondesi for the Kansas City Royals. X Refractor. Followed by a Jose Miranda. Twins, base refractor. Torrey Hunter. Adolis Garcia. Wander Franco, base rookie. There we go. Zach Short. Base card. I think that is, yeah. Colton Wong, ring the bell. Shohei Ohtani, X Refractor. There you go, Mike. I'll take that from you if you don't want it. And you don't need it. I mean, just don't. You got plenty of cards, Mike. But Shohei Ohtani, X Refractor. I'll get that sleeved in a second. And TJ Friedl, rookie for the Reds, base refractor. Tyler Miguel. Royce Lewis, base rookie. Schwarber. Joey Gallo. Nolan Arenado. Alec Thomas, X Refractor for the D-backs. And our first color here looks to be, is there something behind it? I think there's something behind it. Casey Mize for Detroit. This is a blue refractor. I think these are numbered to 199. And oh goodness. This is a nice little auto coming up next. An autograph coming next. It is going to go to the Mets. Pete Alonso. Mets auto going out to Tom L. Congratulations, Tom. You got you a Petey, the polar bear Alonso autograph. This is unnumbered, but you see that the base autos do have that refractor kind of sheen to them. So Pete Alonso auto, congratulations to Tom. Sweet. Casey Mize, I'll say that one real quick too as well. That one reference is kind of numbered to 199. He should have a bounce back year. I'm looking. He's good. He's a great pitcher. Sideline with the injury. Sweet. All right, we got an auto out of this stack. That's nice. Again, nothing's guaranteed when it comes to autos when it comes to these blaster boxes. So, Greg Maddux. That's a great photo there of Greg Maddux. It comes uniform. The belly flop. Montero base card. Lorenzo Cain. Austin Meadows. Ty France. Dylan Bundy to the Twins. X Refractor. Another blue refractor. This one is Tyler Ward. Blue refractor going out to the Angels and Mike. This one is numbered to 199. This is 184 to 199. Tyler Ward. All right, keep the color coming. Dylan Carlson. Josh Bell, Carlos Rondon, Shane McClanahan, Charlie Blackmon, X Refractor, followed by a Fernando Tatis Refractor. Still seeing there a little bit of a hairline scratch maybe on the feeder. I've seen this a lot on some of the releases, the Bowman releases especially for Topps. They feed these with a belt feeder, I believe, and insert them at a certain rate. So this is the base refractor Tatis. It's got a little bit of a hairline scratch on the surface for the Padres. Real Muto color, blue refractor for the Phillies. So 029, so number 29 of 199 for the Phillies, Realmuto. Ozzie Albies, Jesse Winker, Bohm, Jim Abbott, Krylov, Randy Arozarena, X Refractor for Tampa Bay, Luis Robert, Team of the Future, Profar, and Bader. All right, Carlos Santana base card, Buster Posey, Pedro Martinez, Corey Seager, X Refractor, Fernando Tatis Beam Team, George Springer, Kopchik, Stephen Kwan. Let's leave that one as well. He had a heck of a rookie campaign. Seth Beer, Fernando Tatis X Refractor, Vladimir Guerrero Destiny card insert, Peralta, Anderson, Babe Ruth. There's a good Babe Ruth photo. He was tooting his own horn. Mike Trout base card, Justin Verlander base card, Castillo, Edgar Martinez X Refractor. There's a Bobby Witt Jr. Team of the Future insert, Jose Abreu, classic Craig Biggio photo, Marcus Semien, McClanahan, Connor Wong X Refractor, Aaron Judge Beam Team, Ozzie Albies, Bader, Jesse Winker, Mancini, Chris Bassett, Jorge Polanco X Refractor, Acuna Jr. Team of the Future, Whit Merrifield, that's a base card. Will Clark, I don't think we've had Will Clark so far in the break. It's a good photo. Close up. Hideki Matsui, Johnny Bench, Duran, Trevor Rogers, Cecil Fielder X Refractor, and a Montero for the Rockies base refractor. Finishing it up. I don't think we pulled a base wander in the first part of this break. That's a shame if that's the case. I may be wrong. I have to go back and recollect, see. Again, we should be getting about 80 of these X refractors. I counted the first 20 boxes, and I think I only got 79. They may have shorted one, but I might have missed it. It's a possibility. Not perfect. I missed a super short print. I hate to admit it, but it happens. Some super short print and Topps update on break I did. It was a super short print. Willie Mays. I should have caught that. But that's one of those pleasant surprises to a buyer. They watched it and missed it like I did, and then to have that show up, that's a nice day to open your mailbox. So we're a couple weeks out from Tatis being reactivated as a Padre. He's in the minor leagues. Apparently, even on suspension, you can serve in the minor leagues and I guess rehab in the minor leagues essentially. It's weird how that kind of works. but it was a story. I think it was on Yahoo News or something like that about him hitting a home run off of a minor league pitcher, and the pitcher getting kind of pissy about calling him a cheater as he trotted around. Again, each his own when it comes to judging players and characters, and he get busted for violating the rules. He didn't go crazy with denials. I think he kind of copped to it and apologized to the fans for whatever reason he tested positive. Um, but the minor league that created this whole story, he had to have his few minutes of fame because I guess you could be that guy that, hey, Tatis Jr. hit a home run off of me. I'm special now. I don't know. But it's apparently a big enough story to make Yahoo News. I'm sure somebody somewhere bought him a beer or made fun of him. But lifelong minor leaguer gives up home run to maybe future Hall of Famer or probably future All Star at the very least. We talked about it in the first break. This new pitch clock shaving about 20 something change minutes, 29 minutes, 26 minutes off of average game, and how some of the players have little growing pains. Bryce Harper did an interview recently, and he talked about he kind of he's injured too right now. He kind of alluded to the fact that a lot of players weren't happy with the adjustment and speed and pace. But you have some batters that get up there and they. As an Astro fan, I know this because I watch a lot of Astro games, but Michael Brantley adjusts his gloves like 6 times. He has to do it after every pitch. The OCD or maybe get some medication for that. But I'm sure it's throwing off some of these batters' rhythm. And Harper kind of alluded to his comment was batters need to take the game back, or as if it's been stolen because of the pitch clock. I don't know. Harper's kind of got a speckled past as far as some people. Kind of like you either love him or hate him. Especially you love him if he's on your team, but you may hate him if he's not. So those of you up and awake, any player that you think is destined for the Hall of Fame that maybe no one thought about? I'll start it off. I got two that really fly under the radar. And they are long shots. I give you that. They're long shots, but they're definitely people that aren't necessarily in the talk because usually the teams they played with, the careers they've had. But my two players that are under the radar, Hall of Fame, future Hall of Famers, are Evan Longoria. His WAR numbers are just pretty good. They're a lot more than you think they are. I think he's at like 60 or something in his WAR rating over his career. And this one may be real surprising to some people who are not in the know, but Nelson Cruz, guy's 41, 42. He's still playing, still putting up good numbers. He had some good seasons with the Mariners. He's touching 500 home runs. He's really close. Old man, if he can shave off or I guess hold off aging long enough to stay relevant and to stay an active major leaguer, he can definitely should get some votes. All right, let's get started. Penultimate stack here, or penultimate break part. Bryce Harper base card, Musgrove, X refractor Gleyber Torres, and Brian Reynolds base refractor for the Buccos. Lou Gehrig, Walsh, Stano, Musina, Curtis Terry rookie base, Gabriel Arias rookie X refractor. Not bad little pull there for the Guardians. And got some color here for the Buccos. Rookie Runzi Contreras. I say blue refractor for the Buccos. That is number 67 of 199, if you can see that. Surface-wise, looks pretty good. Not too much of a bow or any kind of warping. Seem to have more color in this part of the break than we had in the first part. All right, Eric Hosmer, future Hall of Famer there. Probably Beltre. He's more of a lock. He's not really a iffy guy. He's got some really stellar numbers over the years. Ravi Grossman, J.D. Martinez, Cedric Mullins, Jonathan Heasley, X Refractor, and Shane Baz, Team of the Future. Clement base card. Matt Chapman, base card. Swanson, Colas Noveri, Kevin Smith, Brandon Marsh, Cal Ripken, the Iron Man, Cal Ripken Jr., X Refractor. Gotta sleeve that one real quick. Derek Jeter, Trophy Hunter. Hans Cruz, base card. Berger, Kyle Lewis, Tony Gwynn, Logan Webb, X Refractor. And Mookie Betts Dynasty. Mookie Betts base. Trevor Story, Logan Gilbert, Brooks Robinson, Alex Bregman, Ke'Bryan Hayes, X Refractor, product outside of the Houston area. He went to Concordia Lutheran High School. A lot of local Houstonians making to the big leagues over the years. But Ke'Bryan Hayes, Anthony Rizzo, and we got another parallel here. Hunter Green going out to Cincinnati. Cincinnati Reds is Scott H. A Hunter Green parallel for Team of the Future. This is the wave parallel for that insert set. Congratulations to Scott H. Carl Yastrzemski, Piazza, Valade. There's a Nolan base. Lourdes Gurriel, X Refractor. Nolan Arenado Beam Team, Castillo, Aaron Hicks, Kerry Wood. All right, Lindor, Duran, Bassett, Adolis Garcia, X Refractor, Mookie Betts, Trophy Hunter, Trophy Club, Trophy Hunter, wrong. Whit Merrifield, Hideki Matsui, Reed Detmers, Edmund, Spencer Strider. There's a base Spencer, not the X Refractor you're looking for. Shane McClanahan, X Refractor, Miggy Dynasty insert, Hendricks, Kalanick, Jake Myers. There's another O'Neill Cruz rookie, Albert Pujols, Miguel Cabrera X Refractor. There is a Julio Team of the Future, Andre Dawson, Gabriel Arias base, Polanco, Willie Mays, Drew Ellis X Refractor rookie for the Mariners, Raffy Devers Trophy Hunter, Ivan Rodriguez, Hank Aaron, George Brett, Ian Anderson, Fox, Marte, Ivan Rodriguez, Pudge, X Refractor. And there's a Cal Ripken to match the X Refractor. Cal Ripken Refractor. Lucas Giolito, Lamont Wade Jr., Scherzer, Mondesi, Eugenio Suarez X Refractor, a Matt Manning base refractor for Detroit, Mike Schmidt base card, Glasnow, Tampa Bay, Kirby Puckett base card. Yeah, Pete Rose. I'm all about Pete Rose getting into the Hall of Fame. But again, I'm probably an outlier considered most people. I mean, I think Bond should be there. Definitely Big Mac. I think a lot of the people that took a lot of the heat for the juicing in the 90s and late 80s. I think if they have the numbers, they should be there. Can't stand Schilling's politics, but he's a Hall of Fame player, and it's the Baseball Hall of Fame. It's not the Politics Hall of Fame. So unless he starts killing people or really having a out of baseball incident that really brings shame to the game, other than his political views, he should be in the Hall of Fame. It's America. We all got our own political views, right, wrong, crazy, sane, insane, or regular sane. Yeah, Bonds needs to be. I heard Fred McGriff got voted in this year. He was on the secondary vote. Crime Dog. And I see that's probably how it's going to happen with Bonds. He'll probably be voted in. I think these purity tests are never a good thing because, especially with ball players, what kind of purity do we have here? Babe Ruth was the original. PEDs were hot dogs and beers. Who knows? But Pete Rose, yeah. So over the summer, this past summer, I went to the Atlantic City Card Show, and we drove through Cooperstown. If you ever had a chance to go through it, it's interesting because you have this, I guess, this idea of what Cooperstown's going to be. It's a small town. It's just a small town that has something really important in the middle of it, uh, and it's not really on the. I guess I grew up in the South, so yeah, most big things or big cities and stuff are on the freeway. It's a little off the beaten path in New York, upstate New York. Um, but pretty neat on the way to Atlantic City for the card show. Definitely recommend. I can only imagine this how big that small town becomes. I'm sure because there's only so many places to eat. You could be, sitting in a McDonald's in Cooperstown, New York, next to Cal Ripken or something, depending on the weekend. And I'm sure, to a certain degree, some of the locals have probably uh, adjusted their perception of celebrity because of it. But neat, it's a pretty neat place. The summer again, the show is going to be in Chicago. I recommend if you've ever had a chance to go, definitely at least once, especially if you have kids. Um, if nothing else, if you have a son or daughter, take them with you and then have them laugh at you becoming a kid because you will around a bunch of big leaguers, and it's basically a candy store when you walk in. I know I got a crazy grin on my face when I walk in. All right, last stack of cards. If you're in the Seattle area, I highly recommend you come check out. Got a card show I will be at on what is it, June 3rd in Linwood Convention Center. I'm part of the Washington State Card Collectors, one of the oldest organizations of hobbyists and collectors in Washington State, or oldest organization of collecting clubs in the U.S. I think we are the oldest in the state. Located in the Seattle area. If you're a collector in the area, I highly recommend look us up. Just a bunch of old guys talking baseball cards and other sports cards, and especially if you're an alumni from any of the local universities like the University of Washington, or if into sports that perhaps don't get their due, like up here, uh, what is it, the motorized sports, the motorboats, motorized airboat racing, I believe it is, or jet boat racing, I call it, is very big. Every summer they have shows. Uh, but that show is June 3rd in Linwood, Washington. I will have my own table there. Sell singles, sets. Come by, say hello. And nothing else, go out and support your local card shops. I know people have to buy retail. Some people don't have the option. Or in my case, it frustrates me because I collect certain sets that are only retail. You don't really have too many options if you do that. Uh, Topps Gallery is a Walmart only product. So is Fire. Those aren't the best products in the world, but if you Sorry about that. Man, I'm talking to myself, I guess. Apologize. I pulled the cable out. Okay. Yeah, there was another wave there. If you're watching, you caught it. I'm sorry about that. You didn't have sound. Um, I must have hit the cable and pulled it out. I'm getting old, tired, late at night. So that was a wave refractor, wave parallel, King Griffey Jr. Going out to the Mariners. Uh, I was pointing out Wade Boggs was a pretty cool little photo there. Wade Boggs X refractor. Sorry about the audio there. It had to have been just the last stack probably, but didn't mean to disappoint folks. All right, that's what we got. Give me a few seconds, and this time I'm going to mute it on purpose, and we'll come back. We'll do a recap real quick, go through all the big hits. So I appreciate your patience. Thanks for hanging out with me. Hold on. Oh yeah, the Hall of Fame. I was talking about the Hall of Fame. So he didn't necessarily miss his window because there is a back door, and that's the player vote. Crime Dog McGriff got in that way this year. So there's still a way for him to get in, and that realistically, I think, is probably the best way. That way, you can see, oh, cheaters never win. He's not going to get in because he was a cheater. He had to be voted in some other way. So I guess there's a uh, some kind of penance, some kind of paying his dues or being punished. Um, but that's not a certainty. It could never happen. It's just his numbers. Even before he became Big Head Barry, his numbers are tremendous. Uh, Not a Barry Bonds fan per se, but he's a ball player. Yeah, I think I mentioned it. The whole I don't know if I had hopefully I had the mic on, but Schilling, his politics are not great. He's not shy about ticking people off, but it's a baseball Hall of Fame, not politics. And unless he kills a person and bring complete shame to the game, he should be in. Uh, Even Pete Rose, I don't think he brought that much shame to the game, and things change. But it's silly we reward people so much for playing a game, but that is what it is. It's to pretend it's something more than that, and that they have to be saints. Seems a bit pious to assume that. They are human beings. They are not saints. They say bad things. They do bad things sometimes, but I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm more forgiving than some people. Dale Murphy is one of those people that's not very forgiving. He's a bit of a saint. I had a chance to meet him over the summer, and I kind of passed. I mean, nothing against that, but not a huge Braves fan, not a Dale Murphy fan. It was at a really inopportune time, and he definitely does judge people by a very high standard. I don't think half the people in the Hall of Fame would be in if Dale Murphy was the deciding vote. All right, give me a second. I'm gonna mute it and let's pull out and see what we have. Damn, 15 minutes. Sorry about that. Really sorry about that. About the sound. All right, so far kind of looks based on judging the breaks. If you missed the first break or weren't part of it, first break had 2 autos. This one only had 1, but we had more color in this break, so that's, I guess, more to go around. I guess fewer big hits. We did have a couple serial number parallels in the first break. That was kind of nice if you're on that team. If not, then you're not happy. But let's take a look and see what we have here. Our solo auto was a Pete Alonso unnumbered. See if you can say that one. Pete Alonso unnumbered. Real Muto. Blue. Let's try to separate the blues. So the blue refractors are numbered to 199. Real Muto, Mize, Ward, Rivera, Contreras. Green is numbered to 99. I have Trevor Story. And I guess the biggest hit of the whole night, probably, or not whole night, well, depending how you look at it, some of those waves are pretty nice. But the biggest parallel of the base card is going to be this O'Neill Cruz. 6 of 50 rookie for the Buccos. So the least common insert is the Destiny Dynasty, and we have Spencer Torkelson, Cabrera, Betts, Guerrero, Wander Franco, and our single parallel is a Wave Ken Griffey Jr. Ed Hardy meets MAGA, I guess you would call it, Trophy Hunter insert here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 in cards and no order at all. So just random order here. We have Trey Turner, Freeman, Harper, DeGrom, Rizzo, Votto, Guerrero Jr., Verlander, Griffey Jr., Rivera, Jeter, Betts, Devers, Ichiro, Altuve, and Acuna Jr. Beam team. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 base, 2 parallel waves. I got Spencer Torkelson, Freeman, Guerrero, Arenado, Rizzo, Tatis, Judge, Julio, Soto, Cabrera, Arenado, Votto, Acuna, Devers, and Suzuki. And 2 waves. Big boys, Wander Franco and Bobby Witt Jr. These are unnumbered, still pretty big hits. Our last insert set, Team of the Future. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, with a 17th being a parallel. Chisholm Jr., Otani, Murphy, Julio, Baz, Green, Robert, Witt, Acuna, Murphy, Robert, Riley, Baz, Alonso, Kyle Tucker. Hunter Green, Wave, 1 in 116 packs, I think it was. Unnumbered parallel, still big hit. Let's see, this is our regular refractors. Now, I've been known to miss one going through cards. Sometimes I'll miss a regular refractor. If that is the case, I'll find it when I do the sorting and make sure it gets sleeved. I apologize. Not trying to pull anything fishy. All right, Brian Hayes, Kiner Falafa, France, Brash, Manning, Ripken Jr., Reynolds, Miranda, Friedel, Tatis, Montero, Screwball. Sorry about that. Screwball. Matsui, Jim Abbott, Verdugo, Otani, Cruz. It's pretty good. Cruz there. Bell, Myers, Muzziotti, Detmers, Willis, Rivera. Notable singles, and then we'll get to the X Fractors last. Notable singles, I got a Trout, Quan, Franco, Pena, Griffey, O'Neal Cruz, another Wander, one Bobby Witt. Doesn't look like we pulled a base Julio in this break, in this part of the break. So if somehow I missed it, it will be in there, but I don't think we pulled a base Julio, perhaps. All right, and X Refractors. So slippery sometimes. So I'll count them real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I totally did that on purpose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 80 is exactly what we should have. All right, going through those. Fielder, Murray, Falefa, Manning, Widener, Walker, Crawford, Morgan, Brash, Verdugo, Campanella, Flaherty, Sheets, Cronenworth, Munson, Kawar, Luke Williams, Peterson, Wade Jr., Bieber. Wright, Nola, Friedel, Kershaw, Muzziotti, Allen, Perez, George, Brett, Screwball, Fisk, Mize, Palmer, Molina, Glavin, Kepler, Chipper Jones, Friedel, Hendricks, Griffey Jr., Polanco. Logan Webb, Brian Hayes, Gurriel Jr., Garcia, McClanahan, Cabrera, Ellis, Rodriguez Pudge, Suarez, Fairchild, Mondesi, Otani, Thomas, Bundy, Blackman, Arzarena, Corey Seager, Fernando Tatis Jr., Edgar Martinez, Connor Wong, Kevin Smith, Rivera, Kyle Ripken Jr., Jackie Robinson, Josh Bell, Mueller, Bregman, AJ Alexi, Verdugo, Dawson, De La Cruz, Verling, Ryu, Burns, Bassett, Wade Boggs, David Wright, Gleyber Torres, Gabriel Arias, Jonathan Heasley. I think that's all 4 stacks. I think I did, hopefully, did the last 4 stacks. Oh, appreciate it. Thanks for being the kind words. It's getting kind of late and kind of tired, but again, I'm going to get these sorted all night long. Get these in the mail. I'll probably drop them off, actually, probably by 2 o'clock Pacific time, 2 or 3 o'clock tomorrow. Luckily, I have a post office where I can still drop off mail till 5 p.m. on Saturdays, which is kind of nice. So they should be on the way to you, first class or priority, depending on the size of the package. Side note, I do reserve the right to kind of use old top loaders to package some things just to reinforce it. Just kind of go in green, recycle some packaging. Some of the old top loaders may not be pretty, but they work good to reinforce a stack of cards to protect them from getting damaged. Other than that, it should be in a most likely a white eBay bag, unless you're going priority. If the priority arrives, you'll see a flat rate priority padded envelope. It should be in the mail again this week. Those have a wonderful holiday weekend. If you're religious, celebrate with your church or whatever with your family. Eat some good food. Kick back, watch some baseball. It's been a pleasure. Thank you, and come back and see me. Bye.